morning, guys, and what is going on? I just realized I haven't changed the battery. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So I changed the battery out. This one should be full. That's why I brought 2 batteries, because I seem to do that a lot. And imagine what would have to happen if I didn't have both the batteries and one fully charged already. We'd have to wait hours for this video, which means that it probably wouldn't even get made. Anyway, today we're going to go over ceiling enclosures, and it's going to be these black ones, which I'm super excited to clean up and finally get them all sealed up. So step 1 is to clean out the enclosure. If you have a great partner like me that has a nice fancy vacuum cleaner, let her buy it and then use it on your reptile stuff. And then what you're going to want to do is get yourself some warm water and vinegar. That is not Greek yogurt, that is warm water. If you don't believe me, have a look at it. And yes, it's already dirty because I've already cleaned this enclosure. We've got this enclosure and that enclosure to clean. And we're going to give them a quick wipe down on the outside, which I already have. I've already given them a wipe down. Because while you're cleaning, may as well just give them a little bit more love to make them look pretty. And I mean, like, look how shiny this is. You can see the camera. Get yourself, I've just got these cloth thingies. These are terrible for cleaning because they leave green stuff everywhere, like fibers everywhere. And then some paper towels, and then just get in there and wet it, not soak it. If you soak it, stuff's gonna get into the cracks, and then when you seal it, it's gonna trap all the moisture in there if it can't get out the bottom, and make your enclosure yucky anyway, so then there was literally no point in sealing it. So make sure you just damp the cloth, wipe it down, get all of the stuff out of it. Look, if there's a bit of dirt in the middle here, that's okay, because all you're focusing on is maybe 2 to 3 centimeters or an inch each side of here. Make sure that's super clean, so when you put the silicone in, it's not trapping anything behind it. But if this isn't clean here, very well. I mean, this is clean, but you can see all the marks from the cloth. So if I do that, most of that goes away. So yeah, you don't have to be super clean with it. You just need to be super clean with the corners, or the edges, or the joints, whatever. The stuff that we're sealing. So now that that is all clean, all dry, and it's looking pretty schmick, about as schmick as I'm gonna get it. You get your 100% silicone. This is black silicone. What you're gonna want to look for is on these ones it says neutral cure, not natural cure, like I was saying yesterday. I don't know. I'm pretty dyslexic, so I read things wrong and spell things wrong all the time. So you're gonna have to get used to that. Or not, I don't know, it doesn't bother me, I'm pretty used to it. So yeah, it says neutral cure, which means that once it is dry, it is no longer a problem. It will not leach anything, there will be no smells, no odors, no nothing after it is set. It says it's gonna take 72 hours to cure. So you're gonna have to leave it for 72 hours after you seal your enclosure or whatever you're sealing before you put animals in it, because during that time it will let off odors. Just make sure that your silicone says neutral cure and that is 100% silicone. You can get them in several different colors. I don't know what your hardware stores will have, but mine have black, off-white, grey, dark grey, white, black, brown, mocha, and a few other colors. So all of the colors that you'd find typically in a bathroom. So let's open up this thing and then start putting our silicone in this enclosure. I'm going to go out here and say probably don't use one of these to open it, so I won't show you me opening it. But if you are younger, or you're like me, you probably need adult supervision to do this kind of stuff. Make sure you've got an adult around, or a guardian, or a parent because I don't want to hear any stories about you guys hurting yourself opening this stuff. Also, silicone, although when it dries it is non-toxic, it doesn't let off any odors or anything. When it's wet it can get everywhere, it can get incredibly messy, and it is not good for your skin or your eyes. So don't forget to get a guardian's help, an adult's help, or someone to help you out with it, so you don't get any injuries from doing this. If you are old enough and mature enough to do this unsupervised, which don't use my level of maturity as a scale to judge this off, because yeah, be sensible what you're doing, and obviously work smart. We're going to start applying this in the corners and then smearing them. Look, I'm not going to use gloves. That's because I just don't use gloves, and my skin's pretty tough. I suggest you wear gloves. It'll make it way easier to clean, and if you do manage to have a reaction with it, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. And if you have any further problems with reactions to the silicone, go seek medical advice, because that's not good. And we don't want any of you hurting yourself. So yeah, look at me, I'm being sensible. This is going to be an absolute mission doing this one-handed, so I think you guys are going to get the gist of it. You just put it in the corner, squeeze it out. We're going to squeeze it all the way to the top. Get a nice bead going down the enclosure. Not too thick, because like you're not sealing it to hold it. You're just sealing it to make it look pretty and not get anything in it. And then run another bead across the bottom, up there. You can do your tops if you want to, you don't have to. And so on and so forth. And then I will get back to you in a second. Now that you've put this silicone in there, I've already done it because it was very hard. Just grab your finger and run it down here. Don't forget to put gloves on, just in case you do have a reaction to the silicone. Also, you can make up some sort of spacer to run down. You'll make all of the corners perfectly even. To make it look even prettier than that, you can get tape and tape down the sides, and then when it's wet, so basically after I've done this now, I would just pull off the tape and it'll give you a straight line where the tape is. But look, honestly, I'm not too bothered about it in these ones. It's not going to be a huge thing. But if I was using white silicone on this, I would have to use the tape and make it look perfectly perfect, because it would look super silly, because you just see like you can see it in the light now how terrible that corner's looking, but if that was white it would stick out so much, and it would look way worse. So yeah, if you do want to make it look a little bit prettier, obviously if you've got steadier hands, or you've got like a little bit of cardboard with a curve in it, just to scrape it through, that'll work perfectly fine, and probably look way prettier than mine. But again, I'm not too fussed. Also, I tried to cover them up and it looked terrible, so I just got a wet cloth, which was the same cloth that I used to wipe it out with. Just a wet cloth, wipe as much of it off as you can, and then get a dry tea towel, paper towel, whatever, and just wash it, and it'll come straight off, as long as you don't let it dry, obviously. Now, I mean, that's basically it. Like, that is how you seal an enclosure. Now you've just, the boring part of waiting times. Don't do what I did and wait this long to do it, because I really need these enclosures like yesterday. So I can do the rest of the enclosures. But now that I want to silicone everything at the same time, I'm going to have to wait for some of them to dry so I can put snakes in them and move snakes around and blah blah blah. So yeah, if you're planning on sealing an enclosure, don't put animals in it and go, I'll seal it later. Seal it straight away, and there's way less hassle. Do things right the first time, you won't have to redo them later. Actually, you may have to reseal it. You may get a crack in it or something. You might want to take it apart and then you'll have to reseal it. But besides that, you shouldn't have to reseal it. This stuff's pretty good, and I haven't had anything that I've used it for split yet. Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit like if you liked the video, if you thought it was helpful. I'll help you, you help me by liking my videos. And subscribe if if I get a lot of subscribers off this video, I'm probably gonna have to really pull my head in about these DIY and informational videos instead of just ranting on about what I do in my life. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thanks for all the support. Take it easy guys, stay awesome, and remember, you can't fail if you try. See you later.